Nicole. 8 years ago, we decided to start holding hands under the 8th grade lunch table and technically call each other boyfriend and girlfriend. We've been through so much in those 8 years. It took a lot for us to start dating. It would have been easier if you didn't deny me 3 times. Even then, you were teaching me humility. But through those 8 years, you taught me so much more. You helped me learn patience through teaching me that we don't necessarily need to be places 5 minutes early to be considered on time. You showed and taught me kindness and how to have a gentle heart. You taught me how not to boast. While doing so, you showed me the right balance of pride in oneself and in others. You taught me how to honor God, myself, and you. You are never self-seeking. You always put others before you. You're not easily angered, which I'm so grateful for because I can do stupid stuff sometimes. And when I do stupid stuff, you don't keep a record of my wrongdoings. You taught me how to see God's truth in our life and the lives of others, and you taught me how to rejoice in that. You taught me how to protect, not so much physical protection, but you taught me how to protect my heart and mind. You taught me how to trust in God and this relationship. You taught me how to hope in the future and in God's plan. You taught me how to preserve this relationship through the most difficult of times. You never failed in loving me. You taught me what love is according to God. You might not have realized, but those 8 years allowed me to figure out what love is through being with you. That being said, with everything you've taught me, I'm ready to love you for the rest of my life.
Jack Anthony Cirillo. It was always you. Every time I sat down to scour my mind for the words to describe the depths of my love for you, I came up short of words, but was left with an overwhelming abundance of gratitude, awe, and wonder by the gift that God gave me in you. I knew that you were something special ever since that pudgy, mop-headed, troublemaking 6th grader walked into my classroom 8 years ago. Every time I look back on our life together, I'm amazed by how God has so intentionally shaped and molded us, not only individually, but also perfectly intertwined our stories. I'm floored by His providence in all of it. I can say with confidence that you are truly one of the most incredible men I have ever known, and I'm not just saying that because you're mine. When I first met you, I would have never imagined the strong yet kind, loyal and loving, brave and bold man that is standing in front of me today. You are an intentional leader, respected by many, passionate and wise. Over the past year, I have grown immensely, and most of that is attributed to your role in my life. God has used you to give me a tangible image of His steadfast love for me. You have loved me selflessly and deeply and without hesitation. You have drawn out a freedom and bravery that I never thought I could ever possess. You have taught me to be bold, to stand up for the things and the people that are important to me. I am excited to continue our story together and to enter into this sacred covenant.
I will love you the best I can through these promises. I promise to always be faithful. I promise to be that person to cry on when you need to cry for no reason at all. I promise to always make jokes at the most inappropriate of times. I promise for as long as we're together, I will always remain someone that you want to holla at. I promise to work on love through what you taught me. I promise to be gentle. I promise to put God and you first in my life. I promise to build our house with a biblical foundation. I promise to always quote our favorite movies, and I promise to always dream big with you. I promise to let you always take a bite out of my food. I promise to not keep score, even if I'm totally winning. Unfortunately, I cannot promise to fix all of your problems, but I can promise you won't have to face them alone. I promise to one day be the cool house where all of our kids' friends are, because I know how important that is to you. I also promise to grow old together and to shake our collective fists at teenagers and to talk endlessly about the good old days when things were better, cheaper, and generally more wholesome, because I know how important that is to me. All of these promises and more I give to you. I love you, Nicole, nicely.
I promise that from this day forward to be a wife that is always there to encourage and support you and to be your partner in all things. I promise to always respect your role as my husband and to never undermine your leadership. I promise to always make time for you no matter how busy life gets, how many kids are running wild in our home, or how many animals we happen to acquire. I promise to keep you accountable in all things and to work alongside you faithfully as we pursue after Jesus together. I promise to put you above everyone and to always prioritize Jesus over all.
So Lord, I pray that as these just as regular events of life batter this marriage, and they will, there will be times of difficulty, there'll be times of testing, there'll be times where Jack and Nicole have to choose to love one another and make it through those hard times. And yet also, Father, there's some wonderful times ahead. There's some awesome times ahead. There's some joys and laughter and fun and all of those things that you also bring to those two people who commit like this to one another. So we ask a blessing on them and their marriage for your honor and your glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, Jack and Nicole, having come together in the presence of the Lord and your family and your friends, and having spoken your commitment to one another as husband and wife, and then you sealed that commitment symbolically with your rings, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jack, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Jack Sarabello.